Hey guys, it's Mike, the wrestling god Smith, and I'm here to talk about Smackdown. Like I said, I watched Smackdown last night, and this is my review of it. Like I said, I really like last night was cool, and I'm actually happy at TLC. We're gonna have the first ever women's TLC match. It's gonna be a triple threat, which is really cool. And like I said, SmackDown I think last night was really good. I think we're gonna get Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy for TLC. We're gonna get all these rivalries all these dream matches we never thought we would get. We're getting. But the first thing I want to talk about, but the contract signing for this, it wasn't just your normal contract signing like usual. It was three women they signed. They all signed the contract, but it was a great fight. Oscar basically did Oscar lock. She tried and then Becky did the disarmer, and then Charlotte tried to do the figure eight, tried to do a spear. It was crazy, and then Becky did the exploder. It was just a bunch of action, and I think what right now because Becky's the champion, and that rivalry, that heat that I think they're getting right now, I think it's going to be a rivalry between all three of them. It's gonna be the Flair, Lynch, and Oscar rivalry. That's what I think it's gonna be. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Hardy against Joe. It's gonna be Joe against Hardy. It's gonna be Styles against Bryan. Like I said, it's gonna be a bunch of things coming out this year for SmackDown, and to see what we're getting with these wrestlers that are getting this push, and I think Joe needed this. Like I said, this is people are getting a lot of push. Like I said, I think this year between SmackDown and Raw, everybody on SmackDown is getting that push. And like I said, Asuka's finally getting that shot. She's actually gonna try to reclaim the title, which is good for her. So that'll put her on the top of the title scene again. But like I said, I still want to see Becky Lynch try to go after Ronda, and it might happen at TLC. She might interfere in the match. She might, and that to me feels like because now that everything's actually going in equilibrium, like everything's actually working, Sanity's actually trying to be this dominant force again because of Nikki Cross, and you know what? Nikki Cross is gonna want a title shot too. She's she's gonna she's gonna want a title shot, and I think she's picking her moment. I think she's gonna go after Oscar, or she might go after Charlotte, whoever wins the belt, because that's what it's gonna be like. And I really think between this year and next year, that's what the rivalry's gonna be. And that's the thing about being in NXT. Like they got her and they taught her how to be crazy, and that's her gimmick. Like that's the way she is. And I know how can I put this? I know how one thing means another, but Nikki Cross is like we need her to be the nut. We need her to be the crazy person of SmackDown. We need her to be that guy. And that's the problem I'm thinking right now, where we're having this big argument, where we're having this big thing with Raw. It's like Raw kind of seems like you're in an elevator and you're listening to elevator music, and SmackDown is like, okay, we're gonna get you pumped with some Brock, and everybody's doing a fist pump, and everybody was into it. It wasn't dead. This contract signing for a triple threat women's TLC match that's never been done before.
So I think what we should do.
And like I said, we have not a lot of things going on with SmackDown, and SmackDown is actually firing on all cylinders. I mean that very, very good, very succinctly, very everything. And I feel like we've wasted so much money and so much time and effort on Raw that SmackDown is actually doing better than they are. And like I said, between this year and next year, Raw might lose a couple of people because SmackDown is bringing the opportunity. They're bringing the people. Like I said, we might. I don't know what's gonna end up happening. Like we got Randy Orton, he probably won't go. He's not gonna go back to Raw because it's just not gonna work. Like Miz being on SmackDown is fine. I think he finally gets it, and I think the Usos and the Bar and Sanity, like they need a new tag team to fight because all of them have fought the New Day and some of them have never won against them. And I believe it's like what do we do now? And I think Undisputed Era should not be going to Evolve either because I don't really believe they should. That's just another topic I'm gonna talk about because, like I said, they should be on SmackDown. They're dominant enough. They have enough. They have enough levity. They have enough years on them. They got enough years under their belt individually to be on SmackDown as a unit, and they should be as a faction. Sanity got it called up. Why can't an Undisputed Era get called up? Let's just call it spade a spade. I really feel like calling it down the middle. That it should happen. It should happen the way we think it's gonna happen, and then that's why I want to make a question out to all the viewers watching my videos. Like, what do you think? What What do you think? What do you think SmackDown or Raw should do? Like, what tag teams or what faction do you think they should get for next year for the draft or next year? To be honest, you guys can leave me before I end the video. Can you guys just put it in the comment section below? Just tell me what do you guys think, and I'll read the comments. And like I said, give me another like or another view. That'd be fine. I'm at 8. I just want to get to 10 views and see where the channel goes, so I can continue making my videos. I love the support. Thank you guys. Thanks. But anyway, what I mean right now, like what I mean for Raw, I mean for SmackDown. Sorry, slipped the tongue. What I mean for SmackDown, what we're getting this year is good matches, great rivalries, and great stories. And you know what? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Rob, but you took a guy. You could have gave Bobby Roode, and I think Bobby Roode should have stayed on SmackDown. I really think Ty Dillinger. I haven't really seen him either. I think he might go to Raw because you really haven't seen him, and I think he might go to Raw. I think that's gonna be the biggest thing for him to go to Raw because he needs a push. Unless somehow he gets in the United title picture, which the United States title picture. I think he needs that push because we got him. We got him. He was like I think the second or maybe the second pick in the draft. They got. He needs a push because Raw's tag team division is kind of abysmal, and SmackDown title scene isn't really that bad because they have the New Day, the Bar, Sanity, the Usos, and that's what I think we need. They got to keep building up the tag division. I think they should get TM61, Undisputed Era. They need them. They need the team. They need those guys to make that tag team division sparkle shine like a diamond. Like that's my point about this. Like Raw doesn't even have them, and that's the funny thing. They could have took them at any point, and that's what I think. Like even with the UK division, the UK division needs. NXT UK is doing great because they're showing people that there's so many different styles of wrestling, which is good. And I kind of feel like what they had, to be honest, Like Dana Brooks to me is not even doing anything, and I feel like they got her because of Charlotte. They're not doing anything. Titus is doing something with Apollo, but Apollo's not really winning any belts. And ever since Tozawa, I haven't even heard anything from Akira Tozawa because I haven't seen him. Like I like him being there, but I really think he got injured because that's why we haven't heard anything from him. Like I said, like there's so many things they could have did, and the same thing with the Ascension. And I think the Ascension should go somewhere else and get what they deserve and build their chemistry. Because those dudes thought they would come out on Raw and get so much X Pac heat at the time, and I just think they're abysmal. Like the the idea for them to be something which is the Ascension, which really doesn't make any sense to me, because it's like the Ascension is like one of those teams that just like the club are not really jobbing right now, but. Like the club, I'm not really worried about because they're probably gonna be a mid card tag team anyway. That's just something that's just in my mind right now. And I kind of believe whatever happens to be of a on the safe side that we're getting a bunch of stuff for TLC next Sunday. I mean, yeah, pretty much like the following Sunday because we're getting a bunch of stuff. Like TLC to me is the greatest pay per view because everything's just gonna blow off. It's gonna be combustible, but it's gonna blow off. And they're gonna use next week and next Monday and Tuesday to blow those steams off because Braun's gonna come back. And I feel like you know what, it's a waste to me. I feel like all the money they put in was like trying to put in something, like basically trying to put in a bet and you're betting on the wrong number or you're betting on the wrong horse. And that's what Stephanie McMahon and Baron Corbin are doing. They're not really they're not even making the brand sparkle. It's kind of like rusting out right now. It's like having a Camino and you're getting rid of the paint jobs rusting. That's what I feel like they are doing. I don't see anybody. I don't see Ember Moon. I don't see her doing anything. I don't see her. I don't see her doing anything. I really don't. Like I said, I don't see anything. I don't see anything with her. I don't see anything with the people or like the people that we think we should be seeing. I don't even see anything with Mickey James. And Mickey James, I kind of felt like she's only there. Like she's in a point of obscurity because she used to be a women's champion, and I feel like they're just going on her past accomplishments. That's it. She's not doing anything. It was like the same thing they got her to do for TNA, and then they made her come back to NXT. And I feel like that's a waste. I feel like okay, this is what we'll do with Mickey. We're gonna make her a star again, but we're only gonna put her in a mid card position. And that's why I feel like they're not doing anything with her. She's like 40 something, and they're not doing nothing. They're not. They're not. Like at least when Trish came back and it actually made something. Evolution was cool, and it was everybody. And it was Kelly, and it was Michelle McCool. It was a bunch of people. It was awesome. That's what it was to me. To have a title, to want something. And now, because we had every women's champion, every Divas champion, everything. And the B part, and and the B part of the thing is, we're not doing anything with them. We're not doing anything with them. And that's the joke. And the legends should be coming out and helping the new women talent, helping them. helping like helping Alexa, helping all these women that came to WWE, helping them. Then they're not doing that, and that's something with Raw. SmackDown is doing the exact opposite. They're getting people to help them. That's the joke to me, and I feel like, you know what, in my mind, that SmackDown is gonna do something this year, and they're probably gonna have another pay per view for them because Backlash is a dual branded pay per view, but it's really not. And I'm glad they brought it back. I'm glad they brought No Mercy back. I'm glad that they had No Mercy, and I think for them to do, and I really think for the new year, it should be another New Year's resolution. I really think that pay per view has to come back. I think that pay per view. I think Velocity should come back as another show because I feel like Velocity could have been something. And now that SmackDown has the money, they could bring it back. That should be if Raw has 205 Live, then that's what we put the UK. We make it a UK show. Make it Velocity. Make it that. Make it what it should be. Raw is gonna do okay because they're gonna make money because of 205, but because I mean look at the cruiserweights because the cruiserweights are being used, but the storylines is either it's gonna be Cedric Alexander against Mustafa Ali again, or Mustafa Ali is gonna probably turn heel or something to a point. And that's my point. Like, there is no idea. Like, there's no sense in it. There's no sense in it anymore. Because to me, there's a lot of things they can do for this year with SmackDown. There's a lot of things that they're gonna do this year that's gonna make stand that's gonna make SmackDown stand out. Because to me, there's so many things that they can do that they'll probably put one day. And I mean, I don't hate it. I don't. And I'm being honest, I don't. I'm not being biased. I'm being candid, but like I said, Raw is a joke. It's a joke of a brand because the joke is when they first did the brand split, it was cool to see if what could we. That's the thing about the WWE with Raw and SmackDown. It's always been about who can get the better title shot, and that's the thing with Raw because they have the WWE title and SmackDown and Raw doesn't have. I mean, SmackDown has it and Raw doesn't. So that's the only reason they created the Universal title. It's nothing to it, like. It's okay to have two women's titles on two different brands because it's cool. It's okay to have a tag team division. It's fine. And the one thing that Raw will never have will be a cruiserweight division because I think Raw and I think SmackDown. I rather think that SmackDown should take 205 Live to new heights. Like I said, I don't see the point of having a billion people. Like I said, I don't see the point of having a having a brand if they're not gonna do anything. And see, 205 Live is the only thing that's making the money. And I feel like, you know what? It's a waste. And I feel like they don't. I feel like they don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't. I don't feel like they know. Like that's what I feel like. They're not doing anything with them. They're not putting the effort in. They're not showing them anything. They're not even doing a fraction of what they think they need to do. So the fraction, right? Like I said, the fraction is like I said. There's so many people that are trying to do this year, and it's like they can't. They cannot do anything to that point. And it's why, and you know why I put that thought out? Like I said, I think this year between everything they've won, and that's what I'm saying. Because like I said, last night was good. And this is my SmackDown review, and this is just my thoughts about things as well. And I'm not trying to be all, I'm not keeping you guys long winded, but here's the thing. This year, we're going to get a bunch of people. They're going to get a bunch of guys from NXT, and it's not going to be a mystery. We already know who's going to get. Who's going to be first because it's going to be Aleister Black. They're going to want him. Like, they want Lars Sullivan. The SmackDown and Raw, and so much heated negotiations, they don't even know if he's going to show up on at TLC for SmackDown or TLC for Raw. Because they don't know. And the one thing, I'm glad that we have Paul Heyman to do things, but the dude's just a commodity. That's all he really is. Because we don't know. And that's the joke. We never know with these people. We don't know. It's always been that way. It's like we don't know him. It's like, okay, clap, clap. Here he is. What are we gonna do? Over here. See? Like a monkey. And it's, see, that's the thing with Vince. They don't know what to do with that, man. They don't even know. And the weirdest part, the weirdest thing, the weirdest head in the game joke. The weirdest head in the game. See, remember when, okay, I'm using a reference. Like, remember when they did the, like, when in, I guess, 2004, SmackDown and Raw, they did the draft and they did it for lottery and people took, like, a red ball or a blue ball and it showed us what wrestler was going to get drafted. And remember when we thought, like, oh, remember when we thought that Triple H was coming to Raw, was coming to SmackDown? See, in that mystery period, Paul Heyman got him. Thing is, he could have been on SmackDown and made himself a thing, but why? He had so much of a pedigree that this dude didn't even need to be on. Same thing with John Cena. Like, he was only U.S. champion at the time, but he was already going. He was already going to Raw. We knew it. And that was the thing, because that was when Brock Lesnar actually left and never came back. Because he thought he was big enough and bad enough to beat Goldberg, and Goldberg beat him. like I said, nobody ever thinks about the guy who's gonna do it all. And I was like, remember that. Like I said, like this is what Raw is becoming. Raw is becoming the one thing that they despise to become. They're becoming WCW. It's classic WCW. Because they're only pushing people that need a push or that's in a faction, which is good to a point, but they're not doing anything with them. That's where the lackluster storyline comes in. That's where those lackluster rivalries are coming in. You're gonna get Nia to fight Ronda at the point where she wants to rip freaking Becky Lynch's heads off. Like, that's my joke to it, bruh. That's my joke. They didn't even know what to do with Sami Zayn. And then, you know what? I don't really hate that, Daniel Bryan ended the Yes Movement because he's trying to be a heel, which that really kind of, if you're going to end something, then end it, but don't end it. Like I said, before I leave, guys, this is my last thing I'm going to say before I leave. Like I said, this is why I believe that Raw is becoming something, and Raw, like I said, SmackDown. My predictions for SmackDown and TLC, my predictions. Daniel Bryan is gonna retain that title. He's gonna retain the World Heavyweight title until Joe or until somebody else beats him. He'll retain it by any means necessary, and that's how it's gonna go. He'll retain it. I think with Jeff having the United States title, I think Randy's gonna be another. He's gonna be the new United States champion. I think Shinsuke. Is Shinsuke in a rivalry with anybody? I don't even think he is. I think he is, but I think he's in a rivalry with Randy and Jeff. Or he might be just like he might just have a single match. Like I said, Shinsuke's gonna do something. Joe, he's gonna get involved. I think Shinsuke's gonna get between him and Joe and Jeff. I think that's gonna happen. That's what I think for TLC, because it seems to me that Joe and freaking and Jeff are gonna go win. And that was the thing. And like you went in Steven Larson, it bored me to tears with Raw. I literally cried yesterday. And today, I'm actually excited about SmackDown. I'm actually excited about TLC. And I'm usually never excited for it. Never. I'm a little bit excited for it, but I'm actually excited because I want to see what SmackDown is going to do. I want to see if Lars Sullivan is coming. That's what I want to see. I want to see that, the freak. I want to see this guy come in the SmackDown and dominate. Not just get a title shot, be a freaking giant to this guy. I want to see it, bruh. I want them to get Aleister Black and call him up and see if we can have that rivalry on SmackDown. Or better yet, an Aleister Black versus freaking Daniel Bryan, because we never saw that. Or freaking Joe, bruh. Like, we never seen that. And that's something I want. That is something I actually and truly really do want. But like I said, if you guys can give me a like, please hit my like button. Hit that like button, subscribe. Peace.